Apparently not. Or just, what do I see in this
Let's
corner?
go get the sack.
Uh, Earth.
I cross my eyes looking into the corner.
Okay. Yeah, it's just ground.
Okay. That's fine.
I was hoping for an Easter egg.
I don't know. I still think that rapier was a joke on the other campaign.
Alright, I put all the items that are in the bag and whatnot over by Lamb. And the items that people said they took, I put in front of you.
Cool.
And yes, the stack of ingots in front of Lamb says ingots, but the stack in front of Tate says bricks.
Well, I mean, I'm also not as dumb as a post, so.
True. Anyway, continuing on. You guys have loot. Did anyone actually look at the instructions that were in there? Take that as a no. All right, so proceed.
Perhaps we should go back and look at the instructions, guys.
I didn't even look at that table.
I didn't even enter the room, so.
I suppose character-wise and player-wise, there's no desire to go there.
Maybe
What's-
go pull
what's in
some
where?
levers randomly later.
Go in there. I'm gonna go in.
Okay. Don't tell me where. Do it. You're in the store, Tate. The free store. So it's not really a store, but still.
Rick end up here.
Oh, Hansi is checking out that room.
Yeah, I'm checking through the windows.
All right. As you are checking out the windows, real quickly, is Azarug opening the doors?
Yeah, I'll be unlocking them and opening them.
All right. Both of you see the same thing. It is a giant cavernous room that goes up. You're pretty sure that this must be some sort of well, you guys know that you're in a cave, so this room must have been built to go a ways up inside of it. There is pillars reaching all the way up. As you can see, one of the pillars has fallen down, though. If you're curious, the ceiling is roughly 5 feet square, so 50. 50 feet up. More than plenty of room, Azarug, for you to go in and stretch.
And fly!
And fly, if you can fly.
Yeah.
And if you can Spider-Man, well, you're able to Spider-Man. Nevertheless, there is a room. All of those pedestals that have fire on it on this map do not have fire. They're just empty pedestals. So it is a big, empty room. Where's the thing? Here we go. The ones there, and there are lit up, so you can at least see the room. But there is shadows, in a sense, dancing across the walls because the whole room isn't lit up. Very quickly, for the one who took the hammer, put down that since it's a medium-sized item, it's a 1d8 damage if you use it with both hands. And it's a critical of ×3.
Okay.
So how many pedestals are there in total that don't have lights?
Uh, 12. With, the other 4 lit up, so there you go.
I'm guessing this fountain is dry.
Yes.
Glugwood is disappointed.
As you guys are walking around looking at the room, oh, Hansi, what are you doing as you see your allies walking around in there?
I'm gonna pull one of the levers.
Which one? 2?
Yeah.
Don't do it. It's a trap.
And it's total party wipe except for Alhanzi.
It's a Hydra.
Alright, you flick
Oh,
on
okay.
number 2, and the 4 lights that are in there turn off, and the 4 lights at the very ends turn on.
And then I'll pull this one. 3.
Alright, you pull 3, and the 4 here turn on. Do you guys just stand around and enjoy the light show?
I'm looking through boxes.
Alright.
One.
You open up one of those boxes, and it's just filled with rocks.
Yeah, he's just gonna keep going through boxes.
And each one is filled with rocks.
Look, maybe you should look through rocks. Maybe you'll find boxes.
Maybe I
What's in
find
these
the Russian
boxes?
doll box.
While you guys do that, does he finally check out the piece of paper?
Yeah.
It says, switch on the fire. Unlock the water. Convert the blood.
Into wine?
Destroy the summon. And roll me. Does he have any knowledges?
Nope.
What's your intelligence score?
15.
All right. Roll me an intelligence.
12.
Okay. You don't notice it yet.
Does it say what the ritual is for?
Yeah, it says to move forward, solve puzzle. It's a
I'll pull
very
this lever.
weird writing, and that's all I can give you. Before we get back to you, though, and it's back in this room, continuing, brick and mortar, glug glug. You guys are just finding boxes full of rocks. It's almost as if they were placed there to not be storage, but for some other purpose. Let's see. It would only be brick and mortar. Brick and mortar? This is goblin tactics. To make a bunch of random useless shit to be used as defensive positions.
How brick and mortar? Brick and mortar know this.
Because he's a goblin?
Yeah. Brick and Mortar's gonna build a tower defense game.
Okay.
He's not very smart though, so I'm gonna roll. Because that goes
I
above
don't-
my. That goes.
I don't understand what you mean he's building a tower defense game, but okay.
I'm placing the boxes in strategic positions.
They're really heavy, Tate.
And full of rocks.
And full of rocks. And basically as big as you. You're not lifting these, you would be pushing these.
Also, they're pretty fucking old.
That too.
True. Alright, I won't do it.
Nevertheless, also within this room, other than all these random useless crates, you did notice there was a pedestal, or a altar, I should say, with a scroll with glowing runes on it.
Well, why didn't you say so?
I can't read.
Because I got distracted by Tate
There's rocks.
and his rocks. Inside of here, there seems
Roxas.
to be writing. A lot of it at this point is useless, but glowing on it is the numbers 1, 3, 4. And then glowing on the top of it. Glowing on the bottom of it is 1, 2, 3.
You said the two numbers were 1, 3, 4 and 1, 2, 3?
Yeah.
No, 20, 2, 3, 1?
No, just you have a 1, 2, 3, 4, and the top one is missing the 2, and on the bottom one you have a 1, 2, 3, and the bottom one's missing a 4. And through the windows you can see Hanzi standing in front of levers. What do you do?
I play with the fire.
You are totally fine, Crux, playing with fire. Because of what you are. Specifically your class.
Can I try to hand this to Ohanzi through the window?
Sure.
How much is Hanzi in the window?
What does Ohanzi do? As a pair of big fingers holding a piece of paper is going through the window.
I've been peeking out every now and then just so I know it's probably him, so I'm gonna grab the paper.
You grab the paper and it disintegrates. As the hand goes back, Azarug, you see that the paper is back in its spot.
I try again.
As it goes through the windowsill, again, it just disintegrates.
Keep talking and nobody explodes.
I pull lever 4.
All right. The bottom one now has a glowing 4, and the 4 in the center light up. But you still have these 4 out.
I guess they're shadows of their former self.
Oh, and what 2 were they? These 4 are now out. So, Crux, the fire that you were playing with disappears. It extinguishes.
Ow.
Pull out my flint and steel and try and light it.
Okay, you keep trying, but it's not working because there actually is nothing in there to light.
I move to another one.
Are you planning on lighting up all the different ones, Kelb?
I would like it because it's really hard to tell which ones have and have not been lit.
Fortunately, we have Marcus.
There you go. Currently, that's the ones that are lit up.
Plus, I was trying to find more excuses to use this.
Well, that's a foreign concept.
I'll pull lever 1.
Alright, with lever 1 pulled. That's what's lit up.
We'll look at the scroll. Is anything happening to it?
Now on the bottom, 1 is not lit up. So again, 1, 3, 4 is lit up on the top. 2, 3, 4 is lit up on the bottom. Azarug, you're beginning to think that the levers are telling you which ones are on and off on that bottom.
Bow chicka bow wow.
Wait. You said 2,
Pull
3,
lever
4 was
2
lit up on the
again.
bottom?
Yes.
Enter.
He had them all on and he just turned number 1 off.
Jared, you said you're pulling number 2 again?
Yep.
So you're turning number 2 off, right?
Yeah.
There you go.
Doesn't that just look cool?
How fortunate
Sauron
of
has
you.
awakened.
So now you see that the top says 1, 3, 4, and the bottom says 3, 4.
I'm going to say through the window to Hansi at this point to pull number 1.
Do the lever themselves have numbers on them?
They do not.
I am pulling the right lever.
All right, he pulls that lever. I'm not gonna bother with summoning and unsummoning these light things. Just know that it now says number 4 got turned off, not number 1 got turned on. So you would probably want to tell him, no, turn that one back on. Do the other one.
I intended to.
Do the other one. Because it's... What? Yeah.
That's a basic level pun. It brought a smile to my face.
So Marcus, I did not realize how fucking big you actually made this dungeon map until these light tiles got summoned.
Yeah?
Yeah, because I know the scale on the other pieces and what that was like with the light pieces on them. They were pretty much 1-to-1. These are not even near.
Yeah. I wanted
Well-
it easy to see without having to scroll really far across the world. And
I
it
guess
didn't
you
need to be
should
massive.
take Marcus's dungeon planning lightly.
Wow, Tate. Anyway, he turns on the different ones, and lo and behold, turns out that was right. 1, 3, 4 is lit on the top and bottom of the sheet, and technically it wasn't there, but now it is there. A key rises up out of the altar.
See, you said rising up from the altar, and all I could think of was Eye of the Tiger. So this is another Magitech key.
They're
It is
rising up. It's rising up. I guess it's a little lighter than the rest of the things. My brain! Stop with these puns,
Anyway,
brain,
Ohanzi,
please.
you notice that there is a key out there now.
So the key was on the altar? Like in front of me?
Yeah. I mean, it would be eye level with the windows if you were to go over and look through the window. So, depending on which window he looks through. But Azrog, you have a key now. Pick it up.
I do pick it up. And then I try to make it stay in the air. Does it happen?
It does not.
Damn.
Also, wrong character.
I know. I was referencing the other key.
Jared,
David.
please, not the best else.
I know.
Well, with the key, I go over to, I don't know, these doors, I guess.
Those doors just have a... There's no lock on them.
Glug glug.
It's unlocked. And open. Or I guess it's not open, but it's just not unlocked. It's not locked.
Okay, I open the doors. Glug glug.
Huh?
Have you come across anything that requires a key?
Don't think so.
Is Aaron taking a bath in the water?
No, I'm trying to figure out how you turn on water.
Noticing Jared standing on top of the barrel of water, I forgot what I was going to say completely.
Something about the key.
And what is going on over there with the doors?
I deleted a door, so I had to get it back.
It's,
Oh, anyway. Yeah, glug glug, once the lights came on, we got a key out of the altar over there. Pointing over to the altar.
Hey, Jared.
Yes.
The instructions that he read talked about the instructions, and you feel like you followed the first one. Nothing happened, but you followed the first one of turn on the lights. Or
Yeah, and I moved on to
switch
the.
on the lights.
I moved on to the second, and I'm messing with the water now.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's why he's on the
Yeah.
barrel.
There's nothing there as you go. But what did I say to do to the water?
Turn on the water.
Gotcha. Okay.
So completely separate from this, Crux kind of climbed on top of the fountain to see all the fire.
Okay. Crux, while you're up there, roll me a spot.
So if only we had a paladin or a cleric, we could just cast create water. And then we have turned the water on.
I'll show you.
21.
On top of the fountain where you're standing, there's a keyhole.
I'm gonna squeeze between the barrel and the wall and push it over.
Alright, it takes you a little bit to do so, but eventually you do get it to start to wobble. You let it come back, you push harder, you let it come back, you push harder, you let it come back, you push for that one final time, and the water spills everywhere, getting that rug nice and soggy.
And now there's mosquitoes everywhere.
Marcus?
Yeah.
Gonna take out a pint, fill with the fountain water, and pour it in the keyhole.
Oh,
There's no water in the fountain.
Oh, then
That
You
was
got
literally
poured
the
air into the
first-
keyhole.
That was literally the first thing I asked when we got into this room.
And also why I made a comment about the great water smell.
You do hear Azarug talking to Gluglug about a key.
going to yell, "Is it for this hole?"
I hope your ass is turned towards us.
Hang on. Noah, high or low?
Hi.
It is some highbrow humor.
It's a 20. You decide.
Yes.
Guess what?
Yes.
What are
I
you
was-
deciding on?
His
I w-
ass is facing you guys as he says, "Is it for this hole?" When you're talking about the key.
That was all I have to say.
I'm glad I asked this question.
uh, yeah, it's Homewood's fault.
And something something. I don't even know what the hell she said. For the rest.
Something altar boy.
Is that what it was?
I don't know. That's a joke we make a lot because he was in the Boy Scouts.
Oh yeah, I know about the joke. I just wondering if that was actually what was said.
Well, I mean that's what I'm saying is that's why I'm assuming is because we make that a lot of jokes like that because he was in the Boy Scouts.
Eh.
Anyway, real quickly, Tate, what's Brick and Mortar doing?
Rick and Mortar. What
Did you
is
finish
he
the
doing?
tower defense game?
Yes. Brick and Mortar is gonna be poking at this pillar like, huh, they didn't use strong bricks. They're idiots.
Fair enough. Alright, Brick and Mortar is checking out the bricks. Back over to Ohanzi. What are you doing?
I'm checking the scroll more thoroughly for any hints.
Alright. Roll me a d20.
$11.
Alright. This time, as you are checking it out, you pick up the scroll, you're walking around looking at it, and you notice that when you get the light behind it, there seems to be something. So you quickly go in front of a light source, holding the scroll, and you realize that in front of step 1, there is a little image of a lever and of a pedestal lit on fire, which makes him go, gotcha, these were the hidden hints. In front of 2, it shows a key and a fountain. In front of 3, it shows a fountain and a scroll. And then in front of 4, it just shows a blob and squiggles. Ohanzi knows that there is a fountain in that room. He saw it.
I'm gonna grab the scroll and head over to the guys.
Alright, take yourself in there. While you're walking in here, real quickly, where are you heading over to? Which person? Which group?
I was going to see if you would hand me the key so I could try to... Yeah, I don't even want to say it like that.
Shove it up Crux's ass.
I was going to say test Noah's hole.
Gotcha.
But...
Well, the reason I was asking is that I was going to go to you and Kelb and Lamb after Jared. So, Jared, are you going over towards Kelb and Lamb, or are you going over towards Noah?
Calvin Lamb.
Okay, so as you head over that way, we'll swap over to you guys.
Me no think that hole he mean. Or, me no think that hole key for. But try anyway.
So as the two of you walk over towards Crux, who is bending down in front of you while seemingly touching the top of this fountain, Hansi, you walk out and start walking towards these guys as well. So you can say what you want to say to them.
It looks like we use a key on the fountain, and then a scroll on the fountain, and then blob.
That blob.
And then I read out the instructions.
Okay. So who is in possession of the key?
That'd be Cal.
Oh, Lamb, if you wanted to grab it from me, you have it.
Alright.
So what are you going to do with the key? Are you going to trust Ohanzi? Or are you going to trust what you believe Crux was saying, which was to shove a key up his ass?
Why not both?
He was saying in the thing. You guys perceived it as the ass.
I don't know. Do I see the keyhole up here?
You do.
Then I'm gonna go for that.
Okay. You put the key into the keyhole.
As much as I think it would be hilarious to shove a key in Noah's ass.
Okay. You turn it, the rest of the key goes down into it, making it now appear like a flat
Oh
top
my.
with a small little indent. And then water begins to form at the top, going down into the top basin, which then overflows and pours into the bottom basin, which then never overflows even though the water keeps flowing. And have successfully created a fountain of water. And I was gonna say, Crux, it's water. So yeah.
I'm going to refill my water skins.
Okay.
All 20 of them.
Brick and mortar, you hear water.
Oh, hey. I need to fill up my water.
Anyway, so clearly you've achieved step 2. Now what was step 3?
Don't remember.
Blob?
Blob.
That's 4.
But blob.
Scroll and something about transforming the blood.
So you go over to the altar. I don't know where you're going, Lamb.
I wanted to go over to the altar, but then it was like, it's kind of metagaming, but then it's like, fuck it. We're gonna find it out sooner or later.
There's only one scroll in the room. And it's
Oh, was it already there?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you go over to the scroll, or over to the altar. The numbers that show 134 on the top and the bottom of the page is still there, but now in the middle of it, glowing, is draconic words.
I can read those.
And in short, it is a spell to convert water into blood.
Will that affect the stuff I have in my water skins?
You do not know.
Fuck. Get water while can! Not going to be down.
I don't know what you just said.
I don't either. My tongue kind of did a weird thing there. I meant to say it's not going to be long, but then my tongue.
Okay. So what do you do then?
I'm waiting like about 30 seconds for them to get their water, and then I'm going to do the spell.
Hello.
Give me 1 minute, just writing down something. Okay. So, I think at this point everyone has gotten their water. So, you can proceed to do whatever you intend to do.
I read the thing. I do the spell.
You read it aloud, and in Draconic, you basically stay by the power of the Blood God and the great Dragon God Tiamat. I command ye, Watcher, to become blood. Only in Draconic. And nothing happens. You get confused for a moment. You look it over again. You flip it over.
And I bring the scroll over here.
Okay. You walk that way, flipping the scroll over. And then you see on the very bottom, it says, put into fountain.
Ah. I'm just gonna crumple it up and throw it into the fountain like I'm mad at it.
Okay. You do that. The ball soaks up with some water and sinks in. Nothing happens.
Cool.
As you take a few steps back, eventually the water starts to convert into blood.
As I'm looking over to see if the scroll reappears.
Yeah. It was delayed. So you go, and you look over, you don't see it's there, you look back over, and you see the water fountain is now blood. Everyone else just watched it slowly congeal and redden. Until eventually it's blood.
That's a lot.
Now, just to be sure, I'm gonna take out one of the water skins I filled with fountain water and pour it out.
Alright, you open it up, you start to slowly pour it out, and it's water.
Cool.
Just kidding, it's blood. No, it's water.
I mean, blood is like 70% water. Pretty sure it's more than that, but whatever.
Anyway,
And then,
Everyone-
for good measure, I cast my Thunder Breath at the fountain.
you what?
I cast my Thunder Breath at the fountain.
Okay.
I am not.
Okay. Anyway, I want everyone to roll me a listen.
Are we listening for a blob?
Maybe.
Go, dice roller, go! Yeah.
Alright, Lamb, what'd you get?
7.
Oh, all the gold bricks don't roll? Sad.
Alright. Tate, what did you get?
18.
Okay. Kelb, what did you get? Sorry, Kelb. Roll me a listen. Jared, what did you get?
27.
Noah, what'd you get?
25.
And Kelb, what did you get?
14.
Alright. Everyone but Lamb notices all 4. Lamb, you only notice 2. Nevertheless, no one is surprised, though, so don't worry. As you hear gurgling and some sort of weird shrieking coming from the fountain. This is your moment to be able to move anywhere that is equal to double your speed. So basically a full round action worth of movement, or to move and take a defensive stance, or to just take a defensive stance.
I'm going to dive over this fence.
So I couldn't
Okay.
summon monster.
What was it?
So I couldn't summon monster?
If you want. It's basically this is your free round, but there's no enemy in this combat, and there's no initiative yet. So just move where you want to be as long as it's within movement, and then take an action if you wish to do an action. Do you need a piece for summoning a monster? Or, summoning a monster there, Kelp?
No, I'm deciding to move instead.
Okay.